Hey y'all, it's me Nicole, and I have a very intimidating subject to talk to you guys about today, and that is attempting cloth diapering while using coin laundry. So for whatever reason, if you don't have a washer and dryer in your home, you're going to have to go to a laundromat or maybe your apartment's laundry room, whatever the case may be. If you're using coin laundry, it can be very intimidating to even think about cloth diapering. I want to tell you, it is doable, it's not scary, and I can give you a couple of tips to help you along the way. So first I'm going to give you a little bit of my backstory. I first started researching cloth diapering because my first daughter had a really bad diaper rash from her disposable diapers. But I didn't think it was possible to cloth diaper my daughter because we didn't have a washer and dryer in our apartment unit. I thought, okay, there are cloth diapering services out there, but it is a big investment and it's a monthly fee, and I just don't know if that's going to be a good choice for us. And again, I can't commit to more laundry. But then the Dirty Diaper Laundry challenge came out, the flats and hand washing challenge, and basically the challenge asked you to diaper your child using only flats, which I had a bunch of receiving blankets on hand and I just used those, and covers, your waterproof covers. So I went ahead and bought 3 flip covers. It was buy 2 get 1 free, and there was free shipping on, I believe it was kellyscloset.com, and so I think I spent altogether $20 for 3 covers. And then I just used a safety pin that I had laying around the house. And the challenge was that you could only use the flats, the covers, and you could only hand wash and air dry the diapers. So this was a perfect chance for me to see if this was possible, and it was also a perfect opportunity for me to watch the videos on how other people were handling hand washing and get some tips on how to do that. And so I went ahead and I took the challenge, and it was completely doable. I washed the flat as soon as my daughter soiled it. I just took it right off of her, hand washed it, hung dry it, and I think I used 3 receiving blankets to begin with. It's not ideal for a newborn, but for my 18-month-old toddler, it worked perfectly. And I think I used maybe 2 of the covers per day. That challenge changed my whole perspective on diapering, because it is possible to cloth diaper when you don't have a washer and dryer. Okay, now with my newborn, we decided not to go solely on flats and covers and pre-folds. We also decided to add in some pockets and some all-in-ones. So hand washing is a little bit more difficult with these types of diapers because there are so many more layers that you have to get to, and you can't unfold it easily like a flat or a pre-fold. So you might want to go ahead and think about using coin laundry, which is what we did. Okay, so here are some tips whenever it comes to using these types of diapers and coin laundry. With any kinds of natural fibers, so that's cotton, bamboo, and hemp, you want to make sure that you prep these diapers by washing them in a washer 4 to 5 times and drying them in between to get all of those natural oils out so you can reach your full absorbency potential. This is not always ideal when you're working with coin laundry. So here's what I did. I went ahead and called my mom and asked to use her washer and dryer. Yes, it took basically a full day, but I did it once, I got it over with, wash, dry, wash, dry, wash, dry. If you have some family members that are willing to help you out just for that one day to use their laundry, I would definitely take advantage of that. If you do not have that option, you can go ahead and boil those diapers. As long as there's no snaps and there's no elastic, you can boil those diapers in a big pot for about 10 minutes, and you're going to get those natural oils out. And then I would go ahead and spend the $1 to run them through the dryer and fluff them up. Next tip that I have is that you want to try to avoid doing multiple washes. Sometimes if people see stains on their diapers, they want to go ahead and put it back in the washer and do another wash. For somebody that's using coin laundry, that's not ideal because that's another $1 that you just tossed down the drain. So I wanted to prevent the diapers from getting that badly stained in the first place. So what I do is after my daughter poops, even though she's a newborn and even though I can just take the diaper off and toss it directly into the diaper pail, what I do is I run it and I go ahead and rinse it off. I use a warm water. A lot of people would suggest cold water, but I learned from actually one of my friends on Facebook that used to own a cloth diapering service that because the poo is water-based stain, you can use water that was the same temperature as when the stain was created. So when the stain was created, it was body temperature, so you want to use water that's close to body temperature to rinse that poo off. So I just go ahead and I rinse it off. That way it clears off all of the poo, all of the yellow, and the stain will not marinate in the diapers. By rinsing it off, you're also removing the urine, most of the urine, and that will prevent urine crystals from forming, and that will help with ammonia and stink problems, and it will prevent that from happening. So another tip that I have is to take a jug or a Perry bottle or a big glass of water with you whenever you go to your laundry room. Some people are worried that they're, about the people before them and what kind of detergent they've used or what kind of a mess was on their clothes that may still be in the washer. So what I usually do is I usually take a Perry bottle or a big jug of water and dump it in the little cup on the top and swish it around as much as I can. The water's not going to stay in the basin, but I want to get the detergent cup on top, get that as clean as possible, and then just rinse the basin out as much as I can. I don't go above and beyond. I'm not freakish about it, but I just want to get as many of the residues out as I possibly can easily. Then I put my diapers in. I start the wash. You want to use a hot, cold wash. You want the water level to be as high as possible. Even if you're only washing a few diapers, you want as much water in there as possible so that it agitates really, really well. And then I let the water run for a couple minutes before I put the detergent in. Then a couple minutes later, put the detergent in so that it distributes well throughout all the diapers, and then I leave them be. When I come back, I do not use the machine dryer. This is going to make my diapers last a little bit longer. They're not going to be as soft and fluffy, but it will prolong the life of my diaper, and it's going to save me about $180 per year by just using by hang drying versus spending $1 every time I want to dry. And that's if everything gets dry in one cycle. If you have to use more than one dry cycle, that is going to be exponentially more. More quarters that you're throwing into the dryer. So I just go ahead and I know that every time I'm going to do laundry, I need to have enough diapers that are going to last me till 24 more hours so that all of my diapers have time to dry. Here are some numbers. It's going to cost you upwards of $2,000 to diaper your child from birth until potty training if you're going to use disposable diapers. Now let's talk about the numbers for your cloth diaper stash. You can spend hundreds of dollars on cloth diapering. You can get a huge stash, buy all work at home mom diapers, $50 diapers and all this craziness. You can spend a lot of money cloth diapering. However, you can also cloth diaper for very inexpensive. Like I said, I started out with three flip diapers, which I only paid $20 for, and a bunch of receiving blankets, which I had laying around the house. So who knows how I accumulated them, but I had them. So that's very, very inexpensive. Not ideal for a newborn, but you could do it. Now, for my stash, I've used a combination of people handing them down to me, buying a couple brand new, buying off of sales, and buying secondhand at consignment events. Because of that, I don't think I've spent any more than, I don't even know if I've gotten to $200, probably less than $200 on my complete diaper stash, and I've been diapering my newborn for 2 months. And I've also had a couple gifted to me. I've had about 4 diapers gifted to me, so we'll add that in as well. Now, let's talk about the actual coin laundry. You're going to spend, at least from my washers, it costs $1 per load. So I do 1 load every other day, which adds up to about $182 per year. Now, if I were to dry those diapers instead of hang drying them, that would be an extra $1 every other day. So it'd be about $365 per year. So you're talking about $365 for a wash and a dry, plus how much ever you decide to spend on your cloth. but for me it is way less than the $2,000+ that you would spend on disposable diapers. So there you go. It's really not that intimidating. If you guys have any questions that I could answer about using the laundromat or using Coin Laundry while you're cloth diapering, I would be happy to help you. I just want to get the word out there that it is possible to cloth diaper even if you don't have a laundry in your own home. Alright, I hope you guys benefited from this video. Give me a thumbs up if you did, and I will talk to you next time. Bye! So here is how I dry my diapers whenever the weather is really nice and whenever I have gotten up in the morning and done the diapers first thing, because the sun is on this side of the building. So I use the railing outside of our front door, and in order to hold these down, if you can see, the wind is already kind of blowing the flats. I use like one of these micro suede diapers that are already basically almost dry, and then a flip cover to kind of hold them down and anchor them to the railing. Otherwise, I have this drying rack right here, and that's where I put my diapers. If the weather is not nice or if it's not the right time of day, then I just use the drying rack and I set everything up inside, and then for the flats I usually just hang them over my shower curtain.